Gaffer, congratulations. 1 year to the date since you took up the hot seat. How do you reflect on these last 12 months?
Really enjoyed it. It's been a good journey so far. As I say, the first 6 months is probably figuring out what you've got, what you need, what's in the building, what you sort of, how you want to try and improve. And then the second 6 months is let's get cracking for what the objective is, which is to try and get promoted. So really enjoyed it. This season's been a good start. We're sitting in third position the end of January, so we're in a stronger league position than when we came in. So that's progress. Obviously it hasn't been all plain sailing this year. We've had results go against us that we didn't really want, but that's football. I say we're enjoying it and we're in a good spot.
Like you say, good sport, and form's really picked up over the last couple of weeks. 10 points from 12, 2 successive home wins. Obviously, that's leading us into good stead for Saturday's trip to Wimbledon. Yeah,
that's it. I'd say it's never an easy period. December and January, it's always difficult. You know, there's a load of games in the schedule. There's injuries that can occur. There's disruption of a transfer window thrown into the mix. There's some players who have been in the squad for 3 or 4 months who haven't really featured that start getting a little bit down. So there's loads of things to try and manage, and therefore sometimes performances can be affected, but results haven't been affected that badly. Like, we've dropped points in areas that we didn't really want to, which again in a long season it's going to happen at some stage. But if we look at the December and January league points, I think we're joint 4th in the league for points taken. So even though it hasn't been fluent, we're still in a good position, and we're 3rd in the league with 17 games left to play. So all positive, and for me, something to look forward to.
And like recently, the manner of those wins that you say, last minute winners, that shows some great mentality amongst the boys, doesn't it?
It does. It shows good character and really good spirit. It also shows that we've got lads who are fit, that can also impact coming off the bench, quality coming off the bench to change games, which is what we've seen over the last few weeks. And just that belief to keep going, and that desire to keep going to the end. So I know we haven't been perfect, we've made mistakes, but the effort has been there, and as long as that continues, then they'll have no complaints from me. I believe in this group. I've said to them all along that I think we've got enough in the squad to mount a serious challenge to get promoted this year, and as I say, we're still in the mix, so long may that continue.
Yeah, possibility of another 3 points hopefully tomorrow. How do you expect the game at Wimbledon to take shape?
It's another League One test that's going to be difficult. They had their game called off on Tuesday, so they're going to be nice and fresh. We've played a difficult game and won it late on, so we go into it with confidence. Say we've got 10 points out of the last possible 12 available, and Saturday gives us an opportunity to go and get 3 points down there at a place that isn't easy to go and play. But if we play to the level that we can do, we're more than capable of getting a result. You know, we won our second to last away game away at Wigan. We picked up a point away at Stevenage, which is a difficult place to go. So we go into this away game, as I say, with confidence and belief.
Been a couple of injuries of late. Have you got any updates on fitness and people returning?
Yeah, so there's no one returning for Saturday's game. Josh and Richard Taylor are still probably going to train on Monday, so they should be available for Barnsley next week. Fingers crossed. The 2 long-term injuries of Mario and Marcus are what they are. We have a couple of knocks and bruises that we just need to see this morning how they settle down in the training session this morning. So yesterday and Wednesday was a recovery day. We'll train today and see how we are, but not too bad from an injury perspective. We've also got the 2 new lads that we brought in Corey and Rob, available and fit for selection, so we'll go into it in a strong position.
Yeah, just a word on those 2 lads as well. Corey and Rob both got championship pedigree. Obviously going to be a big boost to the squad coming up to what's going to be an extremely busy couple of months.
Yeah, they both got championship pedigree, and they've also both got good League One experience. Like Corey's had experience of getting promoted out of this division. Rob played really well last year in this division and was a player that we were interested in heavily in the summer. He moved to Charlton for a fee that obviously we couldn't match in the summer. So to get him 6 months later on loan is a real plus for us, and hopefully he comes in and hits the ground running as does Corey. They won't be the only 2 signings either. Hopefully we can get a couple more done over the next few days, because still think we need to strengthen our squad in certain areas.
Great, and just a word on Aaron leaving. Goes with your good wishes, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Aaron's a brilliant lad, brilliant character, someone I've really enjoyed working with over the last 12 months. I thought when we first came into the building, he was outstanding. He played a lot of games last year on loan at Wycombe. We got him in January, obviously, and looked as though he's in a really good form up until his injury. This year, regular minutes haven't been easy for him. We had a conversation at the end of the summer transfer window about him not playing as many games, and he sort of mentioned then that he probably would like to move on, and I said no, I don't want you to, Az, because I think you're a really good player and help our squad, and I don't want to be losing somebody that can help us. As it's transpired over the last few months, he hasn't started as many games as he would have liked to, and that money on the table was there from Wycombe, and obviously us as a club have had to decide, well, look, is this the best thing for Aaron to move on, and then can we replace him? So that's the objective now, try and get somebody in who we feel can step in. But yeah, for him personally, we wish him all the best. To say, I've got nothing bad but to say about him, only good things, and I wish him all the best apart from when he plays against us.